hopefully this is started to record. I feel like I might need to change my mic settings already, because that doesn't sound right, because I cannot hear myself. Hello. Right, is that a bit better? You can literally hear the fan going, compared to if I just use this. We'll find out how well that goes, but anyway, right. Right, today we have video 2. I have no idea what topic to do, but Dan is holding me accountable to create more video content. I was trying to actually create a short from the last video that I created on my channel, but for some reason Riverside wasn't letting me download it, so I have to create video 2 already. So I've not waited a whole year to create the second one, which is positive. So the last one I was talking about how I'm trying to create 100 videos just to see what I can learn from the process, to see what direction I head in. And yeah, it's more of an exploring route regarding this YouTube space area. But yeah, so today I'm not sure what we should talk about. I'm just trying to think what's gone on for the last week or so. So yeah, I guess this is not very interesting content, but I might be able to edit some bits out of it at least. I think it's just consistency is key. I think that's one thing that I'm learning through latter stages in life to some extent. I think I learned it. I think I automatically did it in some aspects of life as a kid, but I think I did it from a place of because I liked it. So, for example, for sports, because I really enjoyed it, naturally the progression and the development and the improvement all came along quite easily because it's based off what you enjoyed, and then you just double down on what you enjoyed, which then gets the consistency because you could sort of hyper focus on stuff that you really enjoy. But then as you get older, you realize there's things that you want to get done, but you might not necessarily enjoy. So it's like, how do you tap into getting the consistency right? And I think a lot of the time it's planning to slowly do a big task, breaking it down, and just going for it. I got shared a video this week that was talking about you could talk about doing the thing, you can think about doing the thing, but just basically do the thing. So whatever that is. So recently I've wanted to slowly upgrade the garden area. I don't really have much finances that I want to put into it just yet. I don't really have that much time. But what I've been trying to do is just a habit of doing a little bit each day. I've got a habit kit, so which is an app that you can tick off every time that you've done a habit. So I've created a habit that is house. So anything from a house improvement, I get to tick off just to show that consistency that you're just slowly getting through to the task. I was going to say breaking down that wall, which is literally what I'm doing. And it is really interesting because the more that you build that consistency, the more you just can get used to being okay in the middle. Because I think a lot of the time you have a vision for what the end goal is and you want to get there as soon as possible. But as you have more responsibilities, more tasks, more life admin that you may have to do as an adult that you don't necessarily have to do as a child, you then take a lot longer to do the simple things that you thought would be quick, particularly if you don't have the finances to then potentially outsource it to companies or people or that regards. But if it's based off your shoulders, it is looking at what is a realistic aspect of you, let's say, doing the garden. So my aim has been, how can I get it sorted by the summer, ideally? How can I push it as far as I can till the summer without basically paying anyone to do anything, but it's all me doing it? So a lot of the time it is literally taking photos of the garden, putting them on my iPad, doodling ideas of going, okay, what is the bare minimum thing that I can do to make it look so much better? But also what is the skill set that I've got to improve it? And it is literally just by doodling the idea, having the vision, breaking down the task, and then going and do the task. And then by doing the task, you then feel that sense of achievement. But then also other tasks may come from it, or your design phase might come back into into the mix to some extent, to because you might change your mind as time goes on, but you're seeing the consistency of things moving forward. I think one thing that I've not done is taking photos or videos of the progression to help me know, oh, this is what it used to look like. Now this is what it's looking after a week or 2 weeks or a month or after a certain phase. Currently, I'm using my memory to do that. Obviously, with memory, it works great until you've forgotten something. So actually, that progression might be helpful for people that, let's say, more, find it hard to memorize certain things if life is busy. So then you can see the progression of what you're doing, getting the sense of encouragement that, yes, you are going somewhere with it. So just keep going on, keep doing what you're doing. And I think that's the thing, is it's looking at the tasks, looking at what you want to get done, what has to get done, and doing basically both. Because I think I've always done of everything that has to get done, I've always put as top priority of like sorting out finances or ringing up different people to sort out paying car insurance and that type of thing, which is correct. But then it's made me always put back the more, I guess, joyous tasks, that is getting the garden to a place that I can relax in the garden more so and enjoy and sort of bask in the enjoyment of it all. So I think today is just consistency. I'd quite like to build consistency more in life. So I've been pushing myself regarding gardening, pushing myself regarding working, trying to build a business. And I want to just tap into that skill set more and more and more. And then I would like it to then transfer over to then hopefully building socials, particularly on my business channel more so, because I've noticed that I'm good at helping other people out, getting theirs to a certain point and knowing exactly what needs to be done. But then it's going, right, I don't have actually any energy to do mine, but it's going, cool, how do I have energy to do mine? Or figure out a system that works for me of publicizing work or teachings or something in the world of UX design or videography or anything else that we've been getting involved in. But so consistency is key. It's sometimes hard. Sometimes you will have bad days. You will not want to do anything. You might get injuries, but that's okay. I think it is recognizing if you still keep plodding along, doing what's in your heart and in your mind, you'll slowly get most of the things done. Maybe not all the things, but most of the things. And that would be key in life, because at the end of the day, that will build you up as your portfolio, as your maybe encouragement, motivation, maybe not. I think that's not necessarily needed. It is an added extra that you can be motivated to do something or you can enjoy to do something. But sometimes, I think a phrase that's been knocking around our household really recently is sometimes you've got to do things that you don't want to do. And I think it is recognizing, don't do that all the time because you're stomping over yourself. But it's recognizing, I might not want to do gardening today, but I know by putting a little bit of effort each day, it makes my life easier. What are you struggling and being consistent at? I know it's been an issue that, like, we've been in this house coming up to, I want to say 3 years now, and I've not really touched the back garden. So it's took me 3 years to slowly get the vision, the energy, the diligence, whatever you want to call it, maybe a bit of everything, just to get things done, even whilst life is busy, rather than, oh, life's busy, I'll put it off. It's going, cool, how do I enjoy the fact that I'm slowly moving the garden forward whilst life is busy? So then I can actually see that progression and get to those goals of making the house look a certain way that I want it to see. But yeah, let me know what you're struggling with in consistency or finding very easy to get consistent. It might be something basic of just getting up at a certain time. It might be doing a couple of press-ups. It might be a health one. It might be not drinking Coke or drinking more water. It's one of those things. I think your goal could either be do more of this or don't do this. And I think for me particularly, it's easier to be like, I want to drink more water. Naturally, the more I drink water, I'm less likely to drink Coke and those types of things. If I say don't drink Coke, then I think my mind just thinks that I'm thinking about Coke probably more often. So then that is another helpful tip, is actually let yourself be able to run forward rather than holding yourself back. And I think by going for drink as much water or do as much house improvement, it means that you're not putting a glass ceiling on yourself. But drink less Coke. Well, if you drank 5 cans yesterday, today is 4, so that's better. But actually, you might have slipped up yesterday of going, actually, my usual is 1, but I've jumped up to 5. So then 4 looks good. So then it can be a little bit more all over the place. But yeah, so hopefully this is interesting for someone. It might just be interesting for future self, future me, whilst publicising this, or to Dan, because I know that he said that he's waiting to listen. And yeah, I think video number 3 will be coming way more sooner than clip number 2. So watch this space. So yeah, consistency is key. What are you holding back on being consistent on? And what are you struggling or enjoying with consistency? If you want to drop a comment, as that would be really interesting just to have a gauge of who's listening, and just to have a bit more of a community feel around this, because that would be really cool if I could build a community, help people out, share everything that I've learned over the years. So yeah, bye for now.